Have you been bullied or think your life isn't important and that you aren't good enough? I'm Waylon Myers, and I have experienced these issues all my life. Standing strong with Waylon Myers gives you the platform and courage to talk about life challenges and let you know it's okay to talk about those things as I interview people around the world, as your life is very important and you are strong.
Happy New Year's, everyone. I'm Waylon Myers, and I welcome you to the 20th episode of Standing Strong with Waylon Myers. I hope you all enjoyed the new look behind me and the new intro video. I wanted to start off the new year with a brand new look for my show to be more successful. I hope you all had an awesome Christmas. Please welcome my special guest co-host, Brenda Davis. Hello, Brenda, and thank you for being my co-host. What do you have to say about 20 episodes so far?
Hi, everyone. 20 episodes. That is amazing, Waylon. I am so happy for you. I can't wait to see what your next episodes are going to be and your next guests. I think it's so exciting, and I am really happy for you that you have done 20 episodes on Standing Strong with Waylon Myers.
Thank you so much. Now, which episode did you enjoy?
I actually enjoyed every one of them because each and every one of them were different stories, different backgrounds, different personalities. And I enjoyed meeting all the different people that you had on Standing Strong.
Yeah,
I loved all the answers as well.
Yeah, thank you. I enjoyed reading all of your comments. They mean a lot to me, so thank you so much.
You are welcome.
I have been getting a lot of positive comments, and I just wanted to thank each and every one of you. All right, and on to this week's guest. I sit down with award-winning American actor Rodney Damon Collins. And before we get into his interview, I want to read an inspirational quote. Mindset is everything. All right, everyone, sit back and enjoy Rodney Damon Collins' episode of Standing Strong.
Rodney Damon Collins is an award-winning American actor, author, producer, speaker, and humanitarian. He recently won Best Male Actor for his role as Bishop Brooks in the film The Central Authority, which is now streaming on Tubi. Rodney also authored a book entitled Shannon, A Journey Through the Pieces, available on Amazon. He has played many roles in his career and is better known as Craig from the Job Interview, and has also role in Survivor, Boiling Point, Sleepers, Half Full, and more. Rodney did his own talk shows, Produce Your Own Life, and Couple Matters. He also is known for acting in Doorman YouTube series, changing the lives of many people. So you see, he is a gifted storyteller, an actor.
Let me introduce to you Rodney Collins. What's up, Rodney? How are you doing today?
Hey, what's up, Waylon? I'm doing good, man. It's a beautiful day, going towards the end of the year. One more day left in the year. So
Yeah.
feeling good.
Yeah. Can you share a little bit about yourself to the viewers, please?
Yeah, I describe myself as an answer to your problem, especially with regard to what I do in the entertainment industry. I am an answer to the issue, the problem that casting directors, producers have with trying to find the right talent for the role to tell their story. So I am an actor, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and I'm a mentor. So I love what I do. A little bit about me.
Nice. Were you a victim of bullying? If so, how did you overcome it? And if not, what advice would you give on bullying?
Hey, well, Waylon, I think everyone at some point in their life experiences some type of bullying.
Mhm.
And I can definitely go back to my childhood years when I was in middle school and didn't have exactly the coolest clothes. So my parents just bought whatever they could afford. So when I would go to school, my clothes didn't really look as cool. So I had, I got teased a little bit, not a little bit, a lot.
Yeah.
But what I had to do, I don't fully recommend this, but how I handled it during that time is I learned how to talk about them as well. So I used my mouthpiece to respond to the bullying. What I should have did was to take that and just realize that oftentimes a bully is very insecure within themselves.
Yeah.
They're looking for somebody to pick with to make them feel bigger. So they're intimidated. Usually, the person that they're bullying, they're intimidated by them, is what I've learned. And I experienced bullying in corporate America before I became an actor as well. Um, Definitely had various managers that I worked with who abused their authority when it came to not just me, but other people who I worked with. Um, how we responded by making sure that we one stay united because we were all being bullied,
Uh-huh.
and and two, we ultimately let that person know that no matter what they do, we're not going to allow our lives to be controlled by their insecurities, whatever's going on with them. And at the end of the day, if you feel like you got to fire me because you can't bully me, then I don't need to work with you anyway.
Mhm.
So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. What hardships did you experience in your life, and what were some ways you overcame them?
Whew, I can give you a lot of hardships that I've experienced in my life. But just for the sake of time, I'll touch on a few. I'll touch on my time in college,
Mhm.
where I was first generation college. My family didn't have the resources necessarily for me to finish college. So after my sophomore year in college, I was basically told by my parents, "Is like, hey, we don't have anything else to help you finish school." So you're talking about, okay, all of a sudden the rug is pulled from under you, and you have to figure out and be very creative with ways and how to finish college. I had to take ownership of what I wanted to see happen in my life. And as a result, I started working various jobs,
Yeah.
doing, whatever I could to get through school. Um, I realized that my college education wasn't my parents' responsibility. It was mine. High school, yes, but college, anything else, that's my responsibility. So it taught me that I have to take ownership for things that take place in my life. Um, Another hardship I'll talk about is several years ago, I experienced about with depression because I had a business failure. And
Mhm.
that business failure really, it wasn't just a business failure, it was the mounting challenges and the mounting failures that kind of added up. And then finally, I had this one other business failure that just really, it really took its toll on me emotionally. And I did not realize I was depressed
Uh-huh.
until I got to the point of, just not wanting to live anymore. Um, I did go through therapy. That's how I addressed it. I was open and honest with my wife, my son, and my daughter about what I was dealing with, just to let them know that I needed them. So I want to encourage people that when you do go through adversity and things in life, you don't go through them alone. The
Yeah.
worst thing you can do is try to be like, oh, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna take this all by myself. That's the worst thing you can do. The most important thing you can do is find your village, small group of people. I say small because you don't need a lot of people in your life. A
Yeah,
small group of
right.
people who you can walk with, and that's who you confide with, and that's who helps you keep strong, and you help them keep strong through these challenges.
Yep, absolutely. How do you relieve or manage stress?
Oh man, well, one, I love to work out. This is one of my workout hoodies. Says "Do the work."
Awesome.
Yeah, I think for me, physical fitness is something that makes me just feel good about me. It's like I don't dread going to work out, whether it's going for a run, not a run, bike ride. I don't run anymore, but bike ride or go boxing or lifting weights or go for a walk out in nature. All those things I enjoy. I think they're critical for your overall well-being. I also meditate. I really do. I spend a lot of time in meditation, and I could be sitting with you and I just start meditating. So I've learned how to kind of unplug from stuff around me to plug
Mhm.
into what I need to plug in. And I do have a strong, strong faith. I have a strong faith in God that carries me every single day. I unapologetically share that faith because that's what gives me my joy. That's what helps me deal with the stresses that come. We all have a ton of stresses in this life. So those are some of the ways that I manage it. And then I enjoy time with my wife, who is my closest friend. At times, I can drive her crazy, but and my son, who is, I consider him, he's 23 now. He's like a friend now, like a best friend. He and I get
Uh-huh.
together and we play we play video games, we do other stuff. It's a stress reliever for me to be able to do that with them. And then my daughter, who's 24, and her and her fiance, they just blessed us with a beautiful grandbaby. So spending time with all those people in my life, that helps me manage the stresses of the day and helps me keep the right perspective on what really matters in life.
Yeah. Amen. And congratulations on the baby.
Hey, thanks, man. It's amazing. I'm excited. I'm glad that I'm still pretty young and
Hmm.
vibrant to have fun. I'm looking at the next generation in my legacy,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. It's pretty cool.
Yes, absolutely. Do you have a favorite inspirational quote that sticks to you to never give up?
Oh, yeah, I have a few. I'm gonna start with what you just said. Never give up.
Hmm.
Jim Valvano. Um, he was a coach of North Carolina State in the late '80s, early '90s, 1990s. He passed away from cancer, but one of the biggest pushes from ESPN for their cancer research and cancer fundraising comes from Jim Valvano and his speech when he said, "Never give up. Don't ever give up." Just simply said that. Another thing is I tell people is stop watching inspiring lives and become one. It's like we get so caught up in watching all these people like, oh, their life is so this, so that. It's like, no, your life can be just as inspiring to somebody else if you focus on your gifting, your calling, and your purpose. And lastly, there's a speaker that I highly respect. His name is Eric Thomas. He's one of the top speakers in the world. And he has a phrase that he used years ago, leave on E, leave on E. And everybody's like, what does that mean? Leave this world empty. Leave this world empty of every God-given gift you have. I refuse to make the cemetery rich with what God put in me to do while I'm alive. Cemetery is the richest place on earth for a reason, because that's where a lot of people let their dreams and gifts go because they're afraid to use them.
Yep, absolutely. One of your favorite music artists that helps you unwind?
It's funny you say that because I thought about that and I'm like, man, I don't think I have like just one artist that I can name because I like very different, different genres of music.
Yeah.
I know what I like to listen to unwind. I do love to listen to gospel music. I
Mhm.
love to listen to jazz. Jazz, just some nice jazz or some nice old school R&B helps me relax
Yeah.
because those are the things that I use to kind of chill and relax. Now I have other stuff I use for working out and everything else, but if I was to name genres, that's what I would stick with. I don't necessarily have a favorite artist. I don't. I tried to think. I said I don't have one, and it's okay.
It is. That's okay.
Yeah.
How have your experience affected your life long term, good or bad? Did those experiences change your goals or change the direction of your career?
Oh wow. Well, my experiences. I would first say that there are no bad experiences in life.
Mhm.
Every experience is a lesson. There are challenges that we experience in life, but one person once said that God wastes nothing. So whatever we go through in this life, whether it's exciting or what we call good, or some of the stuff what we would call bad, they all work together to bring you to who you're supposed to be. And
Uh-huh.
that's how I look at everything that I've been through in my life has directed me to living my life's passion that I had as a child and that I never thought I would ever be able to live working in the field of entertainment and just having the impact. I'm not saying that everyone needs to work in entertainment, but there are people who want to run businesses, but are afraid to step out and start their business because of other people's expectations.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to give it all that stuff, and you got to know your why, your purpose, and you surround yourself with with the right type of people who are going to help build you up, and you move forward. You don't. Life is short. I
Yes.
think about the last 20 years of my life, and Waylon, I can blink and 20 years are gone. I'm like, what happened in this past 20 years? That's how quick time goes. So
Yeah.
I tell everybody, enjoy this ride, man, and don't spend it worrying about somebody who is not truly for you. If they,
Mhm.
and you and I both know what that means. People who are not with you, are not for you, bullies, whatever. You don't
Uh-huh.
have time for that. Yeah, they don't matter. They don't.
They don't.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite film that you have done in Doorman?
Favorite Darman film. I go back to when I did the birthday cake one, and that was with Briani and who everybody loves, and Carl, who recently passed away this year. Um, Carl played my dad in that, and it's funny because Carl and I were like 10 years apart in age, but he played my dad in that role, and I love that story because it just showed that Carl's character, what he did in his past life, it came back to bless him later on in life through his sons interacting with somebody that he helped. So I think that it's important to realize that whatever we do, it's going to come back to us. We have to recognize how we treat people because you're going to get it back. You're going to reap what you sow, and that story is the essence of reaping what you sow.
Yeah, Carla was an awesome actor. God
Yes.
bless his soul.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up this interview, what advice would you give someone out there who feels that they are not good enough to accomplish anything that they set their mind to?
The first thing I would say is that you have to look in the mirror and you have to love yourself. It may take some time. I had to learn to love myself. I had to start developing the habit of looking in the mirror, saying affirmations, things that I believe about myself, things that God says about me, so that I can change and have the right mindset. So I would definitely tell a person if they're struggling in that area, you gotta believe in who you are. You gotta love yourself because if you don't love yourself, it'll come out in every facet of life. So that's the most important thing, because if you love yourself, you're going to understand that you are an incredible creation. You are gifted. There's purpose in you, and you're unique. There's something special about you that nobody can be you. Waylon, nobody can be you. Nobody can be you. Nobody can be standing strong. Nobody can do you because you're doing it. So that's why I look at it. It's like we are all unique, and we need to walk the path that's meant for us and not worry about other people's paths, whatever they're doing. Everybody has a unique path to walk.
Yep, absolutely. I love that. Well, Rodney, I thank you so much for being the 20th guest on Standing Strong with Waylon Myers. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and remember to always be well, honest, and inspiring. God bless to you.
God bless you too, Waylon. Thank you.
Bye, Rodney. Yep.
You just watched Standing Strong with Waylon Myers. Follow and support the show on social media on Facebook, Standing Strong with Waylon Myers, on Trail, SSW Waylon Myers, on Instagram, Standing Strong with Waylon Myers, and on TikTok, SSW Waylon Myers. And for everything Standing Strong with Waylon Myers, visit the official website at www.waylonmyers.com. Until next week, everyone, thank you for watching.